Good afternoon to everyone. Right now, we just want to focus on give you an update as what we know about some of the recent gun violence that's happening across the city of Youngstown. One of the things I wanted to share with you, though, before Chief Davis gives an opportunity to speak, I want to talk about what the U.S. Conference of Mayors and national mayors across the nation recently did on June 15th. The gun violence is becoming alarming where 27 of the major city mayors across the nation sent a letter to President Biden asking him to take further steps at the federal level. Being a member of the U.S. Conference of Mayors, working with the president now, who is Nan Whaley, the mayor of Dayton, there were a few intervention opportunities that were shared, and then the president responded to the mayors. And I'll read to you just a few things that he's mentioned in his response of how to help the nation, the state, and local government as it relates to the strategy to help with gun violence. The first thing the president talked about to stem the flow of firearms used to commit violence, including holding rogue firearm dealers accountable for violating federal laws. Support local law enforcement with federal tools and resources to help address summer violence. Chief Davis will talk about the governor and opportunities that the governor is offering for the city of Youngstown as well. Invest in evidence-based community violence intervention. Ironically enough, today on City Council safety meeting, we will have a budget review of our SERVE program for just that programming that we can offer to the city of Youngstown. Expanding summer programming, employment opportunities, and other services and support for teenagers and young adults. We are working with all of our social service agencies across the city and across the state that those young men and women who want employment can get employment, as well as we're working with, that's through our SERVE program as well. Help formerly incarcerated individuals successfully re-enter their community. So these are the 5 strategies that the president initiated after the letter that was sent from the 27 major mayors across the nation. And being a member of the U.S. Conference of Mayors, I continue to work and support the U.S. Conference of Mayors. These are some of the things that we are doing but there are other steps that the federal government's now taking, as well as the state level taking to help places like us. It is our desire to continue to help reduce the violence in the city of Youngstown. We are appreciative of the clergy, our local and civic leadership, our residents, everyone who's gotten involved, but we have to do more. We have to continue to reach out to those young men and women that are out there and let them know violence is not the answer. We must continue to reach out to those young men and women and tell them that we love them and we appreciate them and that we can help them better than they can help themselves right now, that violence is not the way to solve their problems. With that being said, I'll stop and let Chief Davis give you an update from his side as well.
Good afternoon. The mayor and I called this news conference today to discuss the most recent homicide that occurred in the city of Youngstown on early Tuesday morning, June 22nd. Youngstown police officers responded to the Savo Bar and Grill parking lot at 2800 South Avenue in reference to a shooting. Officers arrived to find that 2 males were shot while in the parking lot. One male was identified as Abdul Muhammad, aged 30 years old. He was deceased at the scene. Now, the Youngstown Police Department later released information to the news media that Abdul Muhammad was wanted by the Youngstown Police Department on 2 outstanding murder warrants. And that brings me to this point of addressing street justice. Street justice is punishment given by members of the public to people regarded as criminals or wrongdoers. When someone wrongs you, you want to get back at them. Despite biblical injunctions to turn the other cheek, most of us are reluctant to do so. The urge to get even is so ingrained in our culture. That is why Mayor Brown and I are here today to discourage this street justice mentality. These type of conflicts are never settled for good, which each with each new strike or attack generating a counterattack. This results in a deepening cycle of instability and violence. Now, Mayor Brown and I continue to call upon those who are committing these crimes to stop what they are doing and think about the consequences these actions have on the entire community. The men and women of the Youngstown Police Department have been working tirelessly to solve these crimes and to keep the community safe. It's important for me to let the citizens of Youngstown know that these violent crimes are a result of only a small number of individuals that we are working to identify and apprehend. Now, in the piece about the governor's, his role in this, on June 17th, Andy Wilson, one of the governor's senior advisors, met with me and my staff. We met in the mayor's office to discuss strategies to remove these small numbers of individuals from our streets. The state is eager to insulate Youngstown with some of the following resources: with on-site assistance, with subject identification, connecting some of these individuals, connecting drug dealers, helping us secure grants to expand or enhance our ShotSpotter program. And they're also willing to help with funding the body cameras to equip all of our officers. So with that being said, I'm just asking that you please let the Youngstown Police Department let us do our job to keep you safe. Thank you.
Thanks, Chief.